Many children on Charleston's east side depend on him for comfort and help. But when he needs comfort, he turns to God. In this special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I sit down with community organizer and basketball coach Edward Jones. So here we sit in downtown Charleston, and you and I have something in common.
Yes.
I've been on the Charleston City paper cover, and just yesterday you were on the cover of the Charleston Courier. What is it like to be Edward Jones as we sit here right now?
Again, like I said, just another person in the neighborhood, you know? Just a neighborhood person, man. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't Charleston Courier, but to me, it's not the big other people, because the work I know I've been doing for so many years, it was there, you know? I wasn't doing it for no popularity or nothing, but I'm doing it for the kids and for the right reason, for the community that which I grew up in.
Speaking of which, let me talk about the headline that appeared in the Sunday paper. It says this: somebody to depend on. Coach, mentor makes big difference in young lives on the east side. You have mentored so many people over the years.
Oh, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, man.
And I'm wondering, as we sit here right now, Punsa, who are you depending on?
I'm depending on God, like, you know, because some people say, well, I choose God, some people choose to go to God. I didn't choose God, God chose me, you know. And again, Quintin, it might be a ministry for me, you know, to reach out to young people, because everybody can reach young people. Everybody don't speak their language, you know. I can dress like them when they're ready. We play ball together. When it come down to be a professional business person, I can do that too. So I can dress, go with the occasion, but you got to be able to go both ways, you know.
And let me go back to the other headline, the sub-headline. It says this: Coach, mentor makes big difference in young lives on the east side. I have to ask, what's the difference between the east side when I was growing up there, and still now I live there, 95, 96, 97, to right now in 2017?
Well, back then when y'all were coming up, Quintin, we had things in the city for the kids to do.
Right.
Y'all had movie theaters, you had arcade, you know, you got to go from point A to point B, you got to walk up and down King Street, go one day shopping on Sundays or whatever. We had option things for the kids to do. Now in 2017, the kids don't have anything to do in the city of Charleston. So they either got the bus out to North Charleston or West End to the movie theater, out to the mall or whatever. Yeah. The mall versus King Street, a child could walk up and down King Street, look at sneakers, look at an outfit, you know, look at gift to get for their mamas. You had Edwards, Condon, Sears, all those stores was downtown. Y'all used to go on the ride the elevator up and down there because that give you something to do.
Hardee's.
Now today, Hardee's. Now today, there's nothing for the kids to do. They go downtown and up the sale road to get handbags. You know, and they got to pick up guns and turn to violence, Quintin, for something to do in the neighborhood, you know. So we as a city as a whole can come together and put some entertainment thing back in the city for the kids. Then we can see some of the problems resolved, but they got to find some type of outlet. So by me being a coach, being a mentor, we go from playing sports, we go fishing, you know, we go take them to different basketball games, college Charleston, Citadel. We got Chattanooga getting ready to come in town to be a dude. Charleston Southern University brought us up there last week. We took about 25 kids. See, because a lot of these kids in the inner city never experienced nothing like that. They always seen these pro athletes on TV. I never did get a chance to see them, you know, in person. So take them to the colleges where they starting off at and leaving from there and making their career in the NFL or the NBA. You know, at least they can say, well, I met Quintin when he was at the college of Charleston playing ball. Now he on TV, you know, so now you know. Because it's like Trey McLean. Right there from Charleston, West Ashley, played in the Full-Up Simmons, played midnight basketball, played with me with basketball, played with City Young basketball. Now he get ready to be drafted to the NBA. And mother's still here and work for the city of Charleston. That's another blessing.
Yeah. You talk about the kids. Let me read a portion of this particular big article. It says this: Daquan Goff is running. He's running fast from his east side home because he knows he'll do something he'll regret if he stays. His temper has flared up again. He feels like his life is spinning out of control. As Goff legs carry him, he's halted by Edward Jones, a man he knows and trusts. Let me ask you this. What is your secret to really dealing with the people who trust in you?
Well, the secret is first that you said the right word. There's a word they call trust. Once they see you and they got trust in you, they will talk to you with any problems. If they don't trust you, you know, they ain't going to talk to you. They'll give you what they think, they'll give you enough just for you to hear. But when you're getting calls 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, when things ain't right at home, they getting ready to do something, you know, just rapidly,
Right.
they didn't pick up the phone call. Hey, coach, phone said, where you at? I sitting down looking at TV, blah, 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 sleeping. What's going on? They call me. Why you calling me Jaleel, LB, Mel, Lojo, any one of them, they will call. I said, what's going on? Man, such a thing ain't right, you know. We talk about it. I'll tell you what to do. I come to get you. We go get them. You know, Waffle House is our favorite spot.
Yes.
Waffle House open 24 hours. So we go there, sit down, eat a little breakfast, man, and talk the problem over. And many times, sometimes we go to the water. I take them to the Maritime Center, down to the riverfront park somewhere where the water is. And we sit and we talk and we pray. Like I tell them, prayer do change things. It might not happen overnight. But if you got that faith and trust in God, man, it will too come to pass.
Yeah. And also this, stuck out to me because you said, the postal query said this, Joan never turns off his cell phone because he wants to be available to the kids. Who calls for his help, stirred him awake in the middle of the night. He found that a lot of problems can be solved over a Waffle House breakfast or doing a calm ride by the water in his 77 Chevy Impala. Let me ask you this too. What are the current problems here on the east side?
Well, the current problem on the east side is what you call a popularity, you know. Everybody trying to get name recognition. Everybody trying to be, you know, on top. But when you're doing that, when you're still leaving the kids out, you know, everybody thinking about themselves. And if I start thinking about self, if I ever become to be that self and start thinking about just me, then I serve no purpose, you know. And you're right, my phone do not turn off. I cannot turn my phone off. Because if I turn my phone off, some child might be thinking about doing something to hurt themselves. You know, to me and you, that's a small problem, but to them it's a big problem because they can't deal with it. And it's just something as simple as, you know, man, listen, I'm on my way. I love you. I'll be there, you know. Let's talk about it, you know. They always the reason we out, you know. We can't send an officer there because they rebelled against that. Right. Some of the parents, they rebelled against them because, you know, they ain't true parents, you know. A lot of the parents are their friends, you know. And you got to separate that, you know. And I'm telling you, I give tough love.
Right.
No mean no.
Right.
You know, through my sports program, through my mentoring program, no just mean no. You know, if I say no, we ain't gonna do something, then we ain't gonna do it. It might take about 2 to 3 hours later on for it to soak into his brain saying, wow, I gotta do something different because if I can't go to the game tonight with the other rest of the kids, I gotta do something different to show this man I deserve to go. I use things like that as an incentive.
Wow. You talk about those people. Obviously, you work with Daquan Goff. You work with Antoine Simmons. A slew of people.
Man.
As we sit here right now, what is that one particular person that constantly stays in your mind?
Oh, this kid, man. This kid. 17-year-old senior at birth. And then was Julio Watson. Oh, man. I met this kid about 3-4 years ago.
Wow.
Problem with him in the house, he feel like everybody was against him. And for some reason, Quintin, I don't know how he just connected with me. But now you talk to him, you ask him, where is you, you know? He father to me, you know, that's closest to, that's the only daddy I know, you know. He come out, senior in high school, you know, 17 years old, hard for him to get a job. So, you know, it's like, yeah, I do help him pick his little phone book.
Okay.
Use that as an incentive. The kid's smart, the kid brilliant. And he can do things.
Wow.
But if you don't be giving us some incentives, all that going to drop. You know, what happened? It might end up dropping out of school, 17-year-old, right between, and that peer pressure time.
Right.
You might decide to drop out of school. Drop out of school, we can do that.
Right.
Turn it to the street, you know. So use things like that, like just simple $30 to pay his phone bill.
Okay.
I give him $30, God give me 60 back. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, things like that is incentive. So therefore, that I make sure he keep in touch with me.
And when I was reading the other half of this particular article, I mean, a lot of things did stick out to me. Coach with big heart on a mission. How is your heart right now?
Oh man. Man, my heart is so big that I don't even think how he can stay in his chest, you know. But you know, I like this, you know. I'm a giant person on the outside. I got a kind, caring, tender love in the heart, you know. Like, you know, I reckon my heart just goes out, you know. When you see kids someday, you know, see him out for them 2 days.
Well, yeah.
Some kid going home, I don't know if you're gonna have a meal the next day.
Right.
I really get home to eat. And I admire them little ones, those 15 to 16-year-old out there who minding their little siblings.
Oh, yeah.
Those old brothers and sisters.
Oh,
I
yeah.
see it every day.
On the market, all that.
Yeah, in the market, you're right. You know, down in the market and trying to make an honest living.
Yeah.
Trying to do it honestly, because I keep telling us, you know what? Selling palmetto roads will make you independent. Now, either we can have either or.
Okay.
Either you can go downtown, sell roads honestly, make an honest living. I stand on the corner to sell drugs. I'd rather than go sell roads. I will go out in the country somewhere on one of those islands and get them as much palmetto stock as they need, because I want them to be independent. I'd rather than out there, sir, you would like to buy a rose out there begging circa half $1, circa half a quarter. Independent play a big role in that, especially this day and time. I mean, you got to teach them how to be independent. So all that's a part of being mentoring them, you know, and constantly go at it. No, I don't mentor kids for a year or two. No. If I pick them up in elementary school, I will stick with them through high school. When they walk out the high school stage and receive that diploma, wow, mission accomplished, move to the next one. So it's a constantly fluid thing.
Speaking of which, you said this, I made a commitment to myself that I would never want to be in that predicament again where you have someone die in your arms.
Yeah.
I went back to do it again, and that made me want to do more. What's your definition of more?
Well, you know, more as I had a friend at the age of 17 years old. His name was Dr. Johnson. He was going to Birmingham, and he got stabbed, died in my arm. I was living in Wilson Street Project at the time. And I felt his spirit when he left. When his spirit leave his body, I felt that. And I said, you know, wow, that really hurt. And so from that day until this day, I would do everything in my power to keep myself and other people from going through that, Quintin. Because every time a child on the east side in the city of Charleston, on the city of North Charleston, get hurt, it's that burden that keep bringing that same feeling back with Doctor, you know. So, and that's why we do everything through our organization. We do hundreds and multiple things just to be there, you know, and try to cut back on the crime and show them there's other avenues. Don't get me wrong, you ain't gonna win all.
Right.
But again, I'm just gonna use this as a favor. If I got 12 kids on the basketball team, all right, I would be foolish if I said I'm gonna save 12 kids at this particular time. Let me tell you what I could do. I can get 2 off this team, and I got 5 teams. So I can get 2 off this team, 3 off this team, 3 off the 5 and 6, 3 off the 7 and 8, 3 off the 9 and 10, 3 off the 11 and 12, 3 off the 15 and 17. What I got? I got my 12. I didn't say I was going to get 12 off one team, but I would get 12 doing that 2 to 3 months period of time. And then that 12 will bring somebody else into it, you know.
Wow.
And that was the purpose of having the youth council, the teen council. And see, so now we giving them responsibility, you know. So all that play a part of responsibility. They conduct their own meetings, they set their own calendars, they set out their own plans, and they carry it out. So they set their goal, they accomplish it, and then 6 months in a year, we see how far they get on the accomplishing their goal.
Wow.
You know. Yeah, but I mean, again, it's just work in process, but it's a constantly work thing. You just can't start it here and stop. Again, like you know, because y'all used to go to Calvin's. Quintin, if I just gonna come in and gonna do it for a short period of time and get what I want and go, it's different. I refuse to have anybody come in any neighborhood, use our kids to get what they want to get the organization up, and then next thing you know, they're gone. Our kids get hurt, and they hurt them a lot of time like that.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of kids get hurt like that because everybody come in, we want to help. But then when the kids really look back for them, Quintin, grab them, hold on to them when they're going through pressure, nobody there. At least they know. Poonsa, Edward Jones, coach, gonna be there. I ain't going nowhere. When I leave from here to go somewhere will be rolling me down somebody island, somebody church, because I done did all I had to do. And then I will hear the voice of God, say, service of God, well done. My good and faithful servant, you may come in and take your rest. Then I can rest. But until then, there's work to be done.
Well, let me talk to you about this particular article. It says this also: Jones is a father of 5 and a grandfather who runs sports leagues and a youth council, but his role as an advocate doesn't stop there. What got you from parenting your own kids to really parenting other kids that you really didn't know?
Well, you know, I raised 4 boys and 1 girl, all right? On the east side between Jackson Street Project, 831H East Bay Street,
Oh, yeah.
132A Alexander Street. I was a project kid, so I know what it was to come from. But to raise my kids and get them all successful in life, all of them is very successful in life, and so I'm going to offer the same thing to other kids. Because again, when I coming up, maybe was coming up, we had Miss Mary, Miss Martha, Miss Nora, Miss Flowers. We had that village to keep us together. And the village ain't there. So now we got to be the village. We have to be the village to bring our kids on through. And so therefore, what people like you, that's why we have round table discussion. That's why we have peer mediated groups. We have things like that. I need to let them see that there's people like Quintin, Councilman Mitchell, Councilman Lewis, David Mack, Seth Walker, Marlon Kempson. Let them know that, the world is theirs, man. All they got to do is stop paying them, So I would tell anybody, I am grooming the next mayor. I am grooming the next city councilman. I am grooming the next county councilman. Nobody in the city is grooming them. So we at CCPLC, we start to groom them for the next elected profession office. I don't know. Somebody in that group might be the next president of the United States. We would never know.
I know you're busy. You got to run off to the Emancipation Parade at 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
But let me talk to you about this that you said to the Postal Courier. This wasn't what I had planned for me, but this was the vision God had for me. What's your other vision that God has for you for your future?
Well, my plan, what I had planned now, was to be somewhere, retire, relaxing somewhere out in the world that's enjoying life. That I can do. But God said He has something better for me. See, when everybody can't deal with kids, you got to have a special talent and a special gift to deal with kids.
Right.
God give me that.
Wow.
Like I said, God give me that. Because God chose me, so God chose me and give me that. He will never leave me or forsake me. So He give me that. Sometimes I feel like I'm tired, I'm way out and worn out. Lord, I like to make it to the next step. No problem, He just give me that extra boost of what I need, man. I do not take no energy drink. I do not do drugs. I do not drink no type of alcohol. I will get a mountain doing a bubble gum and a cigarette. Man,
You good to go.
ready to go again. And it's just like I can leave from working with the city, go in the basketball game, leave from that, go check on my grand, leave from a train, check on my kids, and it's a constantly flow thing. And every time I leave from one spot to another spot, I got a different type of energy. So I never take my work when I'm around my kids. You just separate it completely. Now, if I'm mad with Councilman Mitchell for something we had to do with the city, tell them that leave them and get to the park with the kids there. It's something totally different. You got to learn how to agree and disagree and move on with it. And so God instilled all that in me, man, because I was a person that I have zero tolerance. I didn't have no time for foolishness.
Wow.
And I had time for that.
If the Postal Courier were to interview you 5 to 10 years from now, how would you write that headline?
Oh man, 5 to 10 years now, they'll be saying decade, Edward Jones, coach, mentor, still doing the same thing. We laugh all the time, but I told Councilman Jackson, let me tell you something, man. I said, I think God will give me the 96. If I live to see 96, 100 years old, I'll still be doing the same thing.
Wow. Well, Edward Jones, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate this.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.